Good liberty. Reward yourself. Yeah, I gotta contact my neighbor. Wow. I don't know what happened. Able to lead us to mobility access for everyone. The motion impaired people leading the way. Making sure it's wide enough and smooth enough so we can all walk and or park side by side. The motion impaired people able to lead us to teamwork. So no one can do everything, because no one can do everything by his or herself. Isn't that right? So Hillary Clinton needs to get into the Franklin Delano Roosevelt mode and get the wheelchair people to lead the way. What a beautiful time of day. Good. 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 Go. You run this way. Here, go this way. Go that way. Hi. Yeah, that's the words this dog knows. There's another dog. Wow, perks right up. Energy towers bigger than the U.S. Capitol Dome. Energy towers. Oh. Wow. So I didn't call him today immediately. I got the number. I got afraid. I didn't call. I can try to call now. We got to go in. Can we come out again? Oh. It's Friday night. We missed Juma prayer group. Oh. Good. How you doing? Hi. Teamwork. Good evening. How are you?
Doing well yourself?
Glad to hear it. Okay. Here's a bicycle. Good. I left the heaters on. It was a short walk. I gotta change that. I gotta do the banking. I gotta call them. I want to go back on that website. Bella Lugosi. Bella. Ruth Baden Ginsburg. Oh, the surgery. Maybe that was the doctor who did it. Are the justices' health insurance companies involved in this? Ruth Baden Ginsburg is living proof they have bias about their health care.
What's your dog?
This is Mecca or Liberty.
What kind?
An Afghan hound.
I was right. Beautiful. Lovely thing.
God does good work, doesn't God? Supreme Court justices grilled on their health care plans to reveal potential bias during oral arguments. Today, 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices were intensively questioned about their personal health care insurance plans to see if there was potential bias that required them to recuse themselves from the case. Only one justice was able to adequately answer to prove there was no bias because he hadn't. Well, how would he prove it? Or she? A blind trust that held the health insurance. They didn't know who their health insurer was. Only that judge could hear the case because they didn't know who their health insurance company was. It was in a blind trust. All 9 justices had to recuse themselves back to the Congress, or the case would get delayed until the judges put their health care into a blind trust. Would you work for it with me, Mecca? Would you believe I would put my own benefit into a blind trust so I could be fair to you, Mecca? Liberty? Not know what stocks or bonds or health insurance I owned, or even if it was equity or debt. U.S. Supreme Court justices put health care plans into blind trust to hear case. Iran so impressed they agreed to nuclear inspections. Barack Obama questions U.S. Supreme Court justices about their health care plans. In an unusual move, the president himself entered the courtroom with his attorney general to personally question the U.S. Supreme Court justices about their personal bias with their health care plans. Cut to the U.S. Supreme Court Plaza. U.S. Secret Service agents were ordered off the premises to prevent conflict of separation of powers. U.S. Supreme Court police guard the president while he gives a press conference about why he personally came into the courtroom to question the justices about their personal health care plans to avoid bias. U.S. Secret Service agents forced to drive around the block in their SUV until President Obama is ready to leave Article 3 jurisdiction. Separation of powers lesson. Personal bias lesson. Executive authority and willingness to take risks lesson. That's the kind of government that gets other countries to want to work with us. All because a good cop happened to be standing along the way. Question authority respectfully. Oh, and because Ruth Bader Ginsburg had been in the hospital also. 2 reasons. And maybe because we met a dog who had had back surgery. 3 reasons. Back to work. 3 breaths, Mecca. 1 breath. We can come out again. I gotta cancel an appointment and make a phone call and try to not get addicted to the screen, and then we can try to come out again. Yeah, the phone book.